We will continue with the work of Colley, Hodkinson, and Malcolm, and we will see some more features and differences of the two types of learning that they're focusing on, formal and informal. So, under formal learning, we have interests of powerful and dominant groups. And in many cases, it's the right people in the right positions who decide what should we teach, why should we teach it, what does this country need, what do we need, what is best for our students. So an external group, powerful, dominant groups make those curriculum decisions. In informal learning, it's the interests of the oppressed groups. I want to succeed, but I can't because I don't have the basics. So what am I going to do? The oppressed group now shows the interest for learning and learns. That's informal learning. So if informally one wants to learn and develop, you will have to really look at yourself and see what you need, why you need, and then move from there on to learn what you think you need to learn. Formal learning is open to all groups according to published criteria. And the published criteria is really what? Do you have the basics? Do you have, why do we have merit lists for admissions? Because that's what we are looking for. That's our published criteria. We need you at that level. If you're below that level, you're not good for us and you need to go somewhere else. That should not happen. In informal learning, it preserves inequity and sponsorship because everybody is not exposed and cannot get the learning. Only those who struggle and work hard will make it. So inequity, that balance will not be there in informal learning. Propositional knowledge, knowledge that somebody proposes should be taught, will be taught. Whether it is English, math, science, social studies, Urdu, Islamiyat, whatever, somebody proposes the content to be taught, and that content is taught. In informal learning is more practical and process knowledge. It's how you are going to use the knowledge and why you are going to use the knowledge. So the process becomes more important in informal learning, while in formal learning, the product is more important. You see why informal learning tends to stay longer? Because it's the process, while the product, the end product, the last thing, and it does not last for very long. Formal learning is high status. You have to have, especially if you want good elite English medium education, if you want quality education, high status is important because quality education comes with a cost. Informal learning is low status. There's hardly any cost. You learn, you pick up, you see, you observe, you hear, you listen, and you begin to imitate, copy, and do things, and that's how you learn. Formal learning results in education because you end up with a certificate, diploma, or degree. You have something to show. Informal education is no education because you don't have anything to show. There is no proof that this is what you've learned. When you cannot supply the proof, learning, and to show someone that you've learned, becomes extremely difficult. Even when you go for interviews, people are interested in looking at your credential. They are not interested in talking to you. What papers do you have to prove that all this that you're saying is right? Formal learning is measured outcomes. Outcomes need to be measured. Somebody at the earlier stage said, these are the objectives which will lead to these outcomes. Have the students shown those outcomes? In informal learning, outcomes are not precise and therefore they are not measurable. Because there was no objective in informal learning. Why one individual learns this and another individual learns something else depends on the individual. And so the individuals then decide for themselves what they want to learn and how fast they will learn it, when they will learn it, how much time and effort and struggle they're willing to put in to learn all that. So formal education and formal learning results in measured outcomes. Informal learning cannot be measured in terms of outcomes.